Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Renuka. Today I am sharing the second part of Love from Lizi May and you can watch the first part where I produce some card, and these are the cards we are going to make today. And these are quite a simple one. I just use the diamonds to stitch rectangle and cut out this pattern paper and then kind of matting it with the uh, dark navy blue cardstock, which is from my stash, and then putting all this together on the green color card base. Here my idea is creating kind of shaker card. So this is the Polaroid frame, which is kind of says Merry Christmas. I just cut out the Merry and put the Christmas there, and I'm covering that thing with the washi tapes. These are really plain washi tapes. I have lots of washi tape collection, and I just want to pop those colors in, which kind of matching with the background. These Polaroid frames are from Simon Said, but you can use the lawn fawn or paper smooches, or you can create by your own by using rectangle and triangle. And now I'm using Hero Arts acetate. This is a really nice thick acetate, and yeah, I like to because it's already in smaller size and it fits really nice with this frame. So after that, I'm just putting double-sided tape, and I'll double up that double-sided tape to make this shaker really work. So I'm just putting that all around it, and then I will just put a little bit of Ike Success powder there to just remove any stickiness there, but still it has lots of stickiness. I don't know, my hands become more oily or maybe the thing. This is the Salmon Says heart die, and in which you can get a outline as well as inside hearts, and then I put a little bit of more sequence there. I'm adding these hearts cause it's kind of matching with my sentiment, and I use this for sentiment, the follow the music as your heart. I use the MFT's stamp, and I'll link that, and I just want to kind of create more color in that frame, so I should add that color before the I stick all the stuff to the frame, but yeah, nothing matters. I just wipe off the excess whatever put in acetate, and I'm using here distress colors. Whenever I'm putting the colors on the card, I just pick those colors from the background or the pattern paper of the card, so everything kind of matches really nice and together. And here kind of choosing the contrast of orange, green and blue, and then I'll put that sentiment that follow the music in your heart. So the background is kind of records and gramophones and telephone typewriters. Everything is like very vintagey here, and I just put this, and then I just want to add a little bit more orange to pop, and these are not no drops, these are 3D drops, and I have them from long time, and these are from, I buy those from India, so I can't link them, and but you can use more drops. Now for this I'm using a 3D embossing folder by VR memory keepers, and it is like a basket weaving, but I use that the opposite side of basket weaving, so I get a different kind of very kind of rigid kind of look. Now these are the frames which came in a pattern paper. I just cut out those in a strip, and then I'm kind of putting all together with this long black card, and this card base is from the kit. I just cut out the one card base, one paper stock into two, and then I get this card stock. And now you can see that on that pattern paper there are kind of flowers, so to match that theme I decided to add more flowers and kind of decided which sentiment I want to put. This sticker is also came in a kit in a sticker sheet, and I'm adding these flowers, and these are from I'm Roses, yeah, and I just add them to kind of mix and match the things all around, and then I decided that I don't want to put the thanks thing here, so I go with the love one, and these are the Hero Arts dies, and you can go with anything actually. It doesn't matter, the layout is kind of love you, the father or mom or something like that. So I just kind of put more glue there, the glossy accent, to get a little bit raise effect. You can add the fun foam in a background, so it will get little bit raise, or you can use the glitter paper also. So these are quite the simple one, nothing fancy, just adding little bit of bling here and there, kind of match all the theme together. And for the next one, again I'm using the embossing folder, and this is embossing folder from Zix, and it's like a total background of thanks, thanks, thanks. And at this moment you can't see much there because this background is kind of busy pattern, the polka dots. But when I'm adding the color there, and all the things going, you can see that the things. And then I decided to add little bit of bling there by adding thanks. And then again I'm cutting the part of it to add the foil and sticking the same tape which came in a kit at their foil. And that sentiment also came from the Hero Arts, and I use the fun foam and foil for cutting those sentiments. And this is kind of a little bit thin cardstock, so I just want to put little bit more sturdy on size, so I just add little bit of cardstock from my stash. And then I just add a little black ribbon in the background, just kind of bottom of the card to stand my sentiment there. So otherwise it's kind of seeing the very floating thing, because all the things are like thanks and everything is going like very busy there, so I want something neutral. And then I'm adding these blinks again, and in 5 in the ascending order there, and those kind of match with the everything. And for the next I'm using this Simmons's stamp. This is a background stamp, and I already heat emboss it with the black color. And this is 5.5 by 5.5 watercolor paper, and this volume came in a sheet. And I it's kind of a ASL card I want to create here, so I just score that at 2.25, then score it again. And these card bases I bought from MacLeod, and it came with a matching envelope. And then I cut the excess part of that wellfish, and then I decided to cut around that circle. I just want to enhance that circle somehow. Then I put that again on this background and see that where the fish is gonna lie. So in between that background I want little bit of green, so I add pistachio color, cracked pistachio by distressing. And then I'm just putting those ink cubes directly on the paper. Yeah, don't get crazy, all gonna things very nice when I'm adding this sketch jeans or a blue color there, which kind of matching with those foil. And then kind of measuring everything, just I want to cut that, but I want little bit bigger than the scored one. So it's I just put there yeah, this is the bottom. And then I'm kind of cutting everything. I want both the parts after cutting, not the volume but from the background. So if you put the card flat, it will look all together, but it can stand alone also. So yeah, this is the main thing. I'm using pencil marks. Then rather than cutting the whole thing, I just decided to cut first of all the fish and then stick that on the card, cause kind of measuring kind of getting a little bit crazy here. So I just put a glossy accent behind the whale fish and put all the things together, putting lots of glue kind of I made this card is like a very hurry. And then I just go around that circle and just cut. And here I'm using the small nice scissor by EK Success, and then I'm kind of rubbing those pencil lines. And now I really like that how everything is gonna turn out. Then I put everything together. Now if you put this card flat, you can see the whole thing together, and if you turn it like a ASL card, it can. I just skip the part that how I create the ASL. I basically just create a small fun foam banner to put that thing together, and you can see that in the pictures at last of the videos. And then I'm just putting more score tape there and adding foil there. I just want to some kind of grounding there, I don't know, but kind of differentiating the water levels. And if you don't have this stamp, you can use any wave stamps you have, or you can create the own waves by just cutting the paper just way they create with clouds. And then you can use the distress inks to get this kind of effect. or you can directly use any pattern paper you have. So then I'm adding just little bit of bling, and this love sentiment is from Hero Arts again. And for the next one I'm using again the same stamp, the salmon stamp, and here I color it kind of in a rainbow color, and I create those background for different cards, for the koi fish cards, and I already made some of them, but I have lots of leftover, so I just want to use here, and kind of it's kind of going through the theme, kind of sea theme. So now here I'm choosing the color which is already on the cardstock, like the orange, green, and the blue one. Then I just buff off the excess. I don't want much color there. You can distress this at this time. And then I'm using this orange card base, which is from the kit. It's kind of a little bit longer than E2 card size. Then I'm using this MFT's Blueprint 27 die for cutting that banner. So I have this kind of acetate pocket, and it came I think with the kit, where all those small beings come. So I just decided to create here a small shaker, that no bulk shaker thing. I don't have any fusing tool with me, so the way I create these is I just use the acetate sheets for that, and you can see that how I combine the things all together. So I just put that value paper inside the acetate. Then I'm using the Samus stitch rectangle for creating a frame which kind of matching with the acetate. So it gave me little bit room to put my glue there. So this kit also came with this really thin 0.25 sticky tape, double-sided sticky tape, and this one is the perfect for creating this kind of stuff. So I am just putting that to cover the one side of the acetate, and then I keep open the first top portion of it, and then I'm kind of adding little bit of bling there, from Love from Lizi, some dewdrops from Pretty Pink Posh, and some mixed sequence from Pretty Pink Posh, and then I will cover all the things and pack those packet. Then I'm again using the double-sided sticky tape here, and I'm putting that sticky tape on the one of the frames, and then I will stick this frame on the pocket we created here. So actually these are kind of become little bit wonky, so you need two frames. So I just put one in front, and then I will put another on the back side of it. You can put two frames in front if you want to get more kind of dimension to it. So after putting one frame back and first frame inside, it kind of create a really nice one, sturdy one, and then I'll put the whole thing on the card front, and I just cut off the excess whatever hanging all around. And this kind of shaker is like, yeah, this is you can see that it's also shaking really well. And now I'm adding that banner there, and decided to add this the movements kind of sticker from the sticker sheet which came in a kit. Now I'm using here this MFT's the camera die which having this sentiment, and somehow I didn't find out the link of it. I have this with me from long time, and I already spread this paper by using Nuvo drops in water, and then using mini mister, and then I cut out that watercolor panel with the Samus stitch rectangle. Now I'm just try to emboss this. I want really nice black color in background, so I'm trying to get that by stamping that again and again, so that I'm using Misty here. So somehow I didn't get the properly black thing for these, and these film stamps came in the kit. So I just decided to add Hero Arts kit and Hero Arts color black ink, and then I again put the MFT's hybrid ink because it's kind of a little bit tendency to get wet. And then you can add the clear embossing powder. Here I'm using the black Ranger's black embossing powder, just tapping off the excess, and then I'll put the nice and heat hot gun on that, and just hitting from up and down both the sides, so that it's like kind of get nice thing. And then using my chamois to clean the stamps. And then yes, the trick, when you want to use a stamp which already kind of messy, then you put one acetate sheet, and I just put their arrow to every time I see that which is the upside and which is the downside, so I didn't mess with that. And then I'm again stamping the same thing and using the same idea to stamp these things. First of all, I thought that I should stamp this shoot kind of in a different rainbow color, but then I just stick to blue. You can go ahead crazy and add all the things with the different colors, like the blue sentiment, red camera, and black strip. I just want to go ahead and make everything black. Then I just need to emboss everything, wipe up the excessing by using the brush, and just tapping from the back of the cardstock will also help. And then I'll just heat set all the things together. So after heat setting this all the things, it really looking nice. I really like the film strip. I don't have such kind of thing. Then I just decided to add more bling to it, so I'm adding here foil by using the same technique, the double-sided tape and the foil. And it's kind of, yeah, I'm using almost in every card, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So after that, I just, whenever I miss the thing, I just put that again the foil. And there is nothing wrong and perfect method for doing this. I think everything works very well. And if you don't get a nice impression, still those kind of foil looking is really nice, the distress foil looking. So these are the card bases which I already bought, A2 card bases with the, I think, geons and markers from both the shops. And they're having the matching envelope. And then I think something is missing, so I decided to add this pattern paper on the very end of the card. And then I just add little bit more glue there by ATG. And then I'm adding this orange and green color, which is kind of left over from the pieces. So it's kind of a nice way to use your scraps. At the same time, it will add little bit more to your card. And then I'm kind of putting that on the ground, and in that way it stick really nice in manner. So then I decided to add this peel off, which is a kind of add-on. You can buy those peel offs from Lizi's store. And then these dies came in a kit, these arrow dies. And then I put each arrow in a different direction, some kind of creating that thing that if things don't work out, just take another shot. So kind of giving the different direction to take the shots. I don't know what, but yeah, it's kind of looking nice to me. Then I just decided to add more colors, so I add the orange and green color. You can use the Nuvo drops to add those colors, and I add a little bit of more color in that camera too, to get more things kind of happening there. And I really like how it turned out all together. So for the next thing, I already died out these arrows by that fun foam which already came in a kit, double-sided fun foam. And this is the pattern paper from the kit. So here I'm creating the long card. I didn't cut out. This is more than A2 size is a little bit bigger than A2 cardstock. So here I'm putting lots of glue, and after that I'm putting a little bit scrap of papers there at the bottom. I need something to ground everything. I don't want to floating things here. So now you can see that I rip up that paper, but don't freak out. We can manage to just rip it off and put it again. Yeah, it happens, and I don't edit that kind of part. It's kind of sometimes love to watching what we did wrong, right? So now I'm creating kind of pinwheels or kind of flowers here, and I'm putting the whole thing together, as that green background is quite of having the polka dots or not small poppy prints there. So yeah, and I'm using those blinks, and each time I put that curved arrow there, I'm putting two arrows in the opposite direction, so I get a kind of proper spacing there in between. And I'm just kind of creating here two flowers, cause I'm able to put out only two my that stash is kind of running out of the things. But if you have more of that foam, you can put the three looks always nice rather than two. But I don't have much left over, so I just did that. Now for adding more thing, I'm adding Nuvo drops there, and it's kind of yeah, I really like how this simple card turn out. And for these wonky arrow, I use that like a leaf, and it's kind of more geometrical pattern with the flowers. I'm just cutting little bit those, so adding like green leaves to them. Already those are not green but kind of leaves to them, so here you can add any sentiment like thanks, love you, forever, we are both are together, something like that. And this strip is kind of leftover from that Wellfish volume, and you can see that all the things are together really go really nice, cause yeah, this is the advantage of kit. You don't have to think much, and you can just pull over the things and put those things together, and they look all together very nice. So this volume is really as awesome. And then I'm little bit adding more orange there, and then decided to add something from the stickers. So I think I add the inspiring there, and I'm just putting little bit of orange, little bit of blue, and little bit of black in the background, and kind of layering that in a different manner and putting the whole things together. And then I just prop it up on the black colored cardstock to frame out everything all together. And then yeah, this finished this card. This is quite the simple one, nothing fancy, yeah, but I really like how it turned out, and it's like a fun. So these are the cards we made today. And yeah, I want to show you the upcoming project. This we're gonna make this mixed media project, and soon I will edit the video and post it to you. So these are some still cards shots for the cards, and you can just see the previous video if you want to. If you like my channel, subscribe to it. If you like this video, give it thumbs up. If you want to ask something, you can leave in a comment box. If you want me that I should make something, you can also leave that in a box, so that kind of help me to make something new and maybe become more creative than I am. And then you can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and on my blog too. And until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. And yeah, there is one more thing. If you want to get more inspired with these kits and how to buy and everything, you can see all the links below. And you can follow on Love for Lizi on her Facebooks or on YouTube to get more inspiration with these kits. And yeah, this kind of awesome thing is going on the Facebook group, so I encourage you to join there. So until the next crafty project, bye bye.